Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those who watch this video. Hope you enjoy it. Today we're talking about the new Korean show. This came out a couple of weeks ago called Frankly Speaking. It's similar to Liar Liar with Jim Carrey that came back out in the 90s. Date myself a little bit. But this movie has, or TV show I should say, has a little bit of a twist. In this one show, our main character here, he is a newscaster, something like Ron Burgundy, but he's like a lot better than what Ron Burgundy ever was. But anyways, he's like one of the top newscasters. He's trying to improve his career, but he has a habit of telling like little white lies. And if somebody says something about him that sounds good, he doesn't bother correcting them. Well, anyways, one day he gets electrocuted, and it kind of turns on a switch in his brain where he has to tell the truth, or what he's not so much the truth, but what he's really thinking. Which, you know, if you're a newscaster, it can be kind of a problem because he starts to he starts to put his own outlook on what the stories are like and stuff. So he starts to put his own little input into the stories and such like that. But the little twist, unlike Liar Liar, is this one. He kind of has like a switch. And this is kind of like a minor spoiler. There will be spoilers in this, so if you haven't seen this movie or anything of the show, might not want to watch it, but if you don't mind spoilers, I'm not going to give away anything big. It's only 4 episodes, right? Anyways, he has like a switch where if he sneezes, it kind of turns it on where he just tells people, you know, what he thinks and how it really is instead of trying to sugarcoat it and stuff like that. There is an off switch, but I won't really give that away to you because it's a main, you know, it's one of the main parts of the story, where this story is going. And then we have our female lead here. She's like a head writer of like those reality shows that you all love, right? I don't really like reality shows very much, but she's like a head writer of one of those. And they kind of get interconnected into this whole fiasco. As he's at the beginning, you know, she kind of talks him into joining her little reality show for an episode. Of course, he ruins it because of his ability here, or disability of not being able to hold back what he really thinks about people. And so it's kind of like this interaction with these two. They're both having a hard time with their jobs. You know, her reality show just got canceled. Everybody's kind of talking behind her backs. Same with our male lead. Everybody's talking behind his back because of his outbursts. You know, nobody wants to put him on the news anymore, and he's having a hard time finding a place for him at the station. And so everybody's talking behind their back. So they got this thing that they're connected. The show is funny. Got a lot of funny parts in it, you know, because, you know, he's always blurting out the truth and stuff at the wrong times. And he's always trying to hide it. So you do got a lot of comedy in this one and great timing with it. So you will, if you're looking for a feel-good show where you're going to laugh a lot, this is the movie for you. This is the show for you. Unlike a lot of Korean shows, though, I will say that this one lacks good side characters. It's very heavy on the two leads, which is all right because the two leads are fantastic. I believe the male lead was in Contract of Love Contract. If you've seen that one, I believe it's the same guy. I could be wrong, but it looks. I believe it is. The voice and everything looks and sounds just like that guy from there. I'm not saying all Koreans look the same or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's a lot of American actors where I'm like, I know I see this guy, and then I'll say, oh, this guy was in this movie, and I was completely wrong. So it's nothing like that. But I'm pretty sure he was in that one. I don't think I've seen a female lead in any other movies or shows, but she's fantastic as well. They got good chemistry to work really well together. And then we got our third or second male lead type of guy here, who turns out he was the ex-boyfriend of our female lead, and he seems kind of a little bit of a scumbag, or at least he was maybe back in the past, but maybe he's trying to turn his life around, but he still seems kind of like a sketchy character. And at the end of episode 4, my least favorite storyline is about to really begin, and that's love triangles. I really hate love triangles. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really like them. So I'll probably be starting because in episode 5 now they're into a reality show together. It's kind of like one of those reality shows where you got a bunch of guys and girls living in the same house, and they're supposed to like intermingle and start dating each other and stuff like that. So we'll see what kind of love triangle this is. Sometimes shows have like a heavy love triangle, live, where, you know, the second lead has really no chance whatsoever. Hoping this is where this show goes from. But we'll see what happens there. And like I said, this show really needs some good secondary characters. Because one thing a Korean shows really good is like you got your main storyline and you got all these little sub storylines going on, and when you can't stand and get frustrated with the main storyline, a lot of times you got a good second storyline that's like kind of helps you get through those kind of episodes. And this one really likes that. There's really no great secondary character that you really like. They're just kind of there, which is kind of unusual for a Korean show. But in this case, you know, because the two leads are very good right now, as long as that storyline stays good, I think I'll be able to get through this show. But, you know, I'm not really high on romance type shows unless there's a lot of comedy in it. So if there's a lot of comedy in it, I might be able to make it through this one. But, yeah, check this out. I'll give this one a light recommend. So far, it's not the best Korean shows out right now. I'll be getting ready to talk about that one here later, which one I like going forward. But check this one out. It's a good for laughs. You will get behind the two leads. You'll like them. They're very enjoyable. They're not characters you do not dislike. You do get the scummy second male lead. There's not really there's not really a second female lead. Though I think she might have kind of been introduced. We'll see what her character goes on forward, because she's kind of like a rival to our female lead in the business that they're in. Everybody thinks she's more competent than the female lead, but it's not really that's not really true. She's just more able to sell her points, I guess you can say. Anyways, check out Frankly Speaking. I think you might enjoy it, especially if you like Liar Liar. You got a lot of those same elements. And yeah, you'll have a good time laughing. Anyways, have a great day and bye.